What's going on? My name is Jason, and I'm the owner of Fitz Family Constrictors here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Stevenson, Michigan, no doubt. Here in the Upper Peninsula, I've learned a lot of things over the last 6 years, but one of the bad things that I've learned is that you really got to be careful of the Upper Peninsula pirates. They're real, and this is real. Let's talk about it. So as a business owner here in Michigan, I have to deal with a lot of different people and a lot of different contractors. I've also had to deal with a lot of contractors at my house. I've had a lot of things go wrong. We bought the place sight unseen. We paid it off in 2 years, moved up here, and we learned a lot quickly. We didn't have much of a choice. And there's some things that I want to share with you that might help you if you move to the UP and you're not from here. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and this channel. This channel started out as a Florida boy and his family moving to the UP to learn to live Uper. I was going to do a lot of different things about firearms, firearm safety, how to use firearms, things like that. Well, unfortunately, YouTube wasn't down with that. They don't like firearms. Matter of fact, YouTube don't like a lot of things. I don't think YouTube likes you or me, or anybody for that matter. But they do like our money that we can project for them, and that's a good thing. So anyway, my channel turned into a breeding channel, as this has always been something that I've always done and loved, and I've never been able to do it in a professional manner. Once we paid off our home and moved up here, our bills got cut in half. I mean, it was pretty expensive to live in Florida, especially where we lived. And I think we lived a little too expensive of a lifestyle. Moving to the UP really helped us adjust to living a little bit more rustic, and I wouldn't change that for anything. So keep in mind, when I make this video, I'm not trying to really kick a Uper or anybody in the UP. But these are things that I've experienced and others have shared with me that I want to share with you all, because I think something you might want to know if you plan to move here. I don't know. I just think it will help somebody, and that's why I'm putting it out. And every now and then I do UP videos. This summer I got a lot of UP videos going on. We're going up to Picture Rocks. We're going to do a nice hike up there at the lakeshore. We're going to go to Mackinac Island, the Mackinac Bridge, a whole lot of cool stuff. Anyway, back to what this video is about. When we first moved here, we ran into a few problems. We had some septic issues. Had the local septic guy come out. And he charged me about $385 to drain my very small septic tank that I actually had to build a fire on for 24 hours to melt the ice and defrost the ground so that I could dig up the lid for him, or they would have charged me even more. Well, after he charged me the $385, 30 days later, it happened again. It was filled again. And he came back out and he charged me another $385 to drain it, and then he told me my leach field was bad and he's going to have to charge me a little over $3,800 to put in a new leach field. He said that vines and roots probably grew into it, and that's the problem. I said, well, I don't have that money right now. Here's the $385 for draining it. I'll have to figure something out. Went inside, very scared and stressed, and talked to my wife about the situation, and we decided to try and call around, even if it was outside of our area, to just get a second opinion, or maybe this is something that we could do ourselves. Again, gotta love YouTube. Lots of videos on there teach you how to do things. We didn't go that route. I'm not very handy. Anyway, 30 days goes by, and our septic tank is filled again. And there was no way I was calling that guy back at $385. It just couldn't be the price. It seemed very expensive for the very few minutes that he spent there. So I called another person out that was outside the community, and they charged me a little bit more for coming out here for the visit, but they charged me a lot less for the service. He came out and drained my septic for $100, and then told me that it wasn't necessarily my leach field. I mean, the leach field probably could be used to be redone, but it was the tube that fell off that keeps the solids from the liquids that go into your leach field and drain out, and your solids stay below. Well, that fell off, probably by the guy that charged me $385 the very first time, and the reason why it filled up 30 days later. Anyway, this is a shitty situation if you get what I'm saying. So he came out and did that for $100, and not only that, he said, well, I'll come out here tomorrow and put your new leach field in. I could probably do it for about $250. $250? This guy was charging me $385 for what you charged me $100 to do, and he wanted $3,800 for the leach field. He said, man, I'm really sorry. He goes, I'm not necessarily from here myself. My brother, he's lived here for the last 40 years, and I just am kind of working for him, and I run into this a lot. He goes, I'm not trying to rip anybody off. If my brother having me come out and do a job for him, I price it accordingly. I've been doing this for years in my neck of the woods. That's just how it is. So I clearly knew that my local guy was ripping me off, and that didn't feel too good. Let's fast forward a year. My furnace goes out, the igniter. So electric igniter goes out. Furnace guy comes out, he charges me almost $400 to change out this igniter. Now, any of you furnace people out there are going to laugh at me right now going, why would you do that, you dummy? It shouldn't cost anywhere near that. I didn't know. It was cold. I'm not used to cold. I needed it fixed. So we're fast forward to the summertime. I have to call the same guy out because now my gas stove is shooting out orange flames and soot kind of coming out of it on my pans, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't know nothing about this stuff. Call the guy. Comes out, and he charges me an outrageous amount of money for the 3 minutes that he spent just doing a little adjustments. And I'm talking almost $200. Again, I find out that, well, way overcharged me. In both of these circumstances, I was told by business owners in the area that I would report them. I didn't. I got to live in this community. I did have a well guy that hooked me up with a switch from his camp. He went to his house, went to his shop, got it, brought it back to his camp so I could come over and get it from his camp, and he didn't outrageously charge me, and he was awesome. But that was one guy. So anyway, we fast forward another year or so, and my furnace goes out again. This time, I'm not going to this guy. I ordered the part. It was $30. It took me about 15 minutes to put it in. So if you're moving to the UP, you're going to want to be a little handy. And now I know why everybody up here is handy, because you got to be. Same thing with car mechanics. I'm very lucky I found 2 local car mechanics right here in my town that have not and would not rip me off. And I think that's only because my one son is a big baseball name in the area. For a young kid anyway. But whatever it is, I'm happy about it. So my stories don't really end there. I've been emailed by so many people, and one guy, 2 guys really, but I'm only going to talk about the one guy, begged me not to tell his name. He was afraid to email me. He was afraid I was going to be able to trace him back by email. He used a fictitious name in the beginning, and told me horrendous stories about being ripped off from people up here in the UP. And I have to say, I've seen a lot of it myself. I know a lot of Upers are not going to like me making this video, and they're going to be upset with me, and that's okay. I'm not happy about it either, but it is true. If your number don't start with 906, you better be very careful. And if you have a family member that's been up here for a long time that knows people, or you have close family friends or friends or something around, there's someone around that you can have make the call and do the talking for you, you will be much better off. I know that sounds extreme, but it's very true. Everything I've had other people call and set up and do for me has gone off like that. I've been given deals left and right. Every single time I've tried, excluding the one septic guy, I've been ripped off extremely bad. And that's nothing to compare to the one guy who sent me an email, begged me, please don't tell anybody. And I understand why. Me making this video right here, I could have people upset with me in town and literally just trying to make my day miserable. Now, I don't think anybody in my town would do that. I have a good relationship with the people in my town, and they know that I respect them and they respect me. So I don't really feel that that's a big issue. But I can see where he's coming from, and I know what he's talking about. I mean, he's got property up here. They could do anything to it while he's gone or away. And I don't know, man. These long winters, you got nothing to do but get back at your enemies, I guess. So that's a little video about the pirates in the UP. I call them pirates because they seem to have no problem plundering your goods when you were at your lowest end and you don't have any recourse. You know, this can happen. I've seen it a lot. That doesn't mean every business is like that up here. That doesn't mean every septic company. Doesn't mean every electrician or furnace people. It doesn't mean that all the furnace people in my area are doing that stuff. I'm just saying that it has happened. It's happened to me, and I've got a lot of emails about it. A few people told me not to mention their names. They're afraid that I was going to dox them and that I might harass them. They didn't want to leave comments on the video because of it, and I figured I'd make a video because they felt so strongly and worried about it that I'd make a video and let them know it's okay to speak up. If somebody's ripping you off, call them out. That's it. I won't rip nobody off. See somebody in need, I help them. My neighbors are my neighbors, and I mean that. You know? All right, everybody. That's my video. Again, not a lot of people are going to be happy with this video. I'm going to get a lot of crappy comments below, a lot of thumbs downs on this video, but that's okay. You know, I love the UP. Don't want to live anywhere else. We'll be here forever. I love the UP. All those things are nothing compared to the benefits you get from living here in the UP. And that's another thing. The UP people, they don't want you to move here. Come on up and visit, but make sure you go the fuck home. Alright everybody, that's my video for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Even if you didn't like this video, please hit that like button or even the down button. It doesn't matter. Thumbs down it. Regardless, that puts it into the algorithm that gets it out there. People want to know what people are disliking and liking. So either one will help my channel and I would appreciate it. Hit the notification bell, let you know I uploaded a video. And as always, I love you all. See me bye. Remember, I'm mainly a reptile breeder channel, but every now and then we do cool UP stuff. So if you want to see more of that, be watching. See you bye.